folks, welcome to TIMBERBORN. And let's carry on from last time, shall we? I actually have a plan for today. I know. I think the first thing we should look at doing is filling up our beds. Now, do I be cautious? Do I play cautiously and wait for the beds to fill up naturally? Or do I just throw in another breeding pod? Do we begin to actually replace the breeding pods with the advanced breeding? We've got the science. I think we advance our technology and we throw in an advanced breeding pod. We're producing extract. We've got they need treated planks. We are producing treated planks. Let's do that. Let's do that. That will improve things. The plan for today, now I should also add, I'm recording this video before you've seen the last one, so any comments you made on the last video, I haven't seen yet. Cool? We good? Good. So what I want to start doing is thinking about a way to maintain hydration for the mangroves, and I've got what I think is kind of an interesting idea for this one, and I hope you do too. So we are going to unlock the tunnels. Bosh. And I'm looking at this thing. Now, I've not completely planned this out yet, so bear with me. And we're going to need to re-establish access, and I'm kind of thinking that the best way to get access would actually be to maybe make use of tunnels initially. Maybe we start going through here. And we want to get to under here. Oh. Why don't you pause? Let's unpause you. Or why that paused. So if I were to place a tunnel here, because I think we can bring them up from underneath these. And then we'll come across here. Let's get this jobby on, line up with that, and then start going down till we're on the same level as that. And then, yes. Now I think you can get a mod possibly for tubeway tunnels, but we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. So, not really old-fashioned way, is it? Because tunnels are relatively new, but you guys know what I mean. So, we don't need complete and utter pedantry, do we? So, that's my plan. Let's speed up the game a little bit. So, what we're going to do is we're going to link up the tubeway station here to here, because this is where things like explosives are being produced. We have a bad tide approaching. We can test out our new system for dealing with said things. But yeah, I want to get that prioritized because we want to be producing explosives. We need more storage for explosives, actually. So let's build a bigger storage for explosives. Let's throw it there. This is going to make this a little bit ugly. Why did I delete? I didn't need to delete that at all. With the way that ladders work, I need to uncondition my brain to that. You're going to be explosives. You're going to be a supply. Yep. what we'll have to do is build that first. We might have a bit of an issue, actually, in terms of getting most of this built. So what I think we'll do, actually, is... no, because if I tunnel that, we... does it matter? Does it matter? Not really. I'm just thinking that we're going to struggle to tunnel up. You couldn't see me point up then, could you? No. I guess what we could do is once we get to the end of this, we could delete the supporting structure and put ladders in. So that would work. I believe we have some spare beaverage. So I'm pondering another builder's hut for now to speed up the process, and if we put it next to our tubeway station in the future, that will be quite useful, won't it? Yes, it will. So we might not get all of this done today because I have a time limit for how I'm recording, and I don't know if it'll be noticeable or not, but I have made a small change to how I'm recording. I have turned on NVIDIA RTX voice to help with background noise. Unfortunately, it can't improve my voice, but anyway, and I'm also waiting for a new lead for my microphone to see if that helps, because I've been having some issues with recording on top of how I sound. So we'll see if that helps with some of the issues that I've been having, which haven't necessarily been making it in to TIMBERBORN videos, but have been making it into some of my other videos. So yeah, right. So now what we need to do is, can we get a ladder in there? We can. So let's see if that lets us progress. Things seem out of alignment. Did we go too far along? Bad. Pause. Pause. Told you to pause, game. Right. Let's just come up here. Let's observe, folks. Let's observe. And I mean, this already, yeah, this did its thing. This did its thing. There's a little bit came through, but not a lot. So it's worked. Right. Let's get back under here. Underground, overground, wombling free. So yeah, I think we need a tunnel. Why won't it let me put a tunnel there? I think we tunnel. You can tunnel there and there. So maybe we go there, there, there. It's not letting me because there's no structure there. Okay, we can resolve this. Fix it. We can fix him. So I think what I need to do is I had this issue before, didn't I? Do I need to put the platform back? No. Oh, it's so frustrating. I'm sure it's equally frustrating for some of you. Don't worry. You are appreciated and valued as a viewer. Right. So there's that. We need to be at this level there. I can't blast out that. Can't blast out that. Oh, this is so annoying. Know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do is can you pause those? No, we're gonna pause those. So that once those two beavers are back. Oh, now another one's going. Oh, because they're going for that, aren't they? Yeah. Darn it. Hurry up and come back. Right. Eat. Right. Then got space for planks. Make some more storage for planks. This is going to be so simple, and it wasn't, was it? It might have been my fault for starting to delete things before they built them, but you know, such is life, I guess. So if we do that, right, let's throw in an ladder. Build that one. Right. That's done. So it's literally just this one. Yeah, that. Can't do that because there's no support below it. Yeah. Could have done it the other way around. It doesn't like you tunneling over stuff. Do we need to put in? I put another one. They build that. They are building it, and then can we put? Oh, not there. We go. Right. I got there in the end, folks. I got there in the end. I know. It can be frustrating to watch sometimes. Right. So let's then. We should now be able to delete all of that. That. And that. That random ladder that I built because we tunneled too far. Right, let's go down. Delete that. Delete that. Right, we're going to put in that. And then we're going to put in that. I know it's good technical speak, isn't it? Then tubeways. those. Then we should be able to just do tubeway out to there, to there. I'm guessing, yeah, we need to replace that with one of them. Let's high prioritize the build of that, and then one of them. And that'll let us connect that up to that, which will be freaking awesome. God, that took way longer than it should have, but we're getting there. Oh, how did that take me 15 minutes? Because sometimes I'm a little bit incompetent. I know. We can't all be perfect. Right. So they should get that built. Then what we're going to do, we're going to ask them ever so nicely to demolish that. We're going to come out of here. We're going to throw in a tiny tubeway station just here. Then going to do some dynamiting to about there. As it, I've got a concept in my head, which is how this usually works. We have concepts, but we don't have complete plans. Welcome to, I'm going to say welcome to my TED Talk, but no, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to come across here into the mountain. Just trying to think about where roughly we want the tank to be. I think we want it to sit in here-ish. So we'll do one there. Oh, there we go. So yeah, we want to be at about 134, 132 as the middle-ish. Let's re-grab our pathways. So that's going to be where we want to extend into. And yeah, so one of the things that I said I would look at doing more of is more underground things. So that's what we're going to look at doing. And in theory, we've got access to, so we've got the extract, we've got the explosives, we've got the planks, all relatively close to this tubeway station, which is then linked up to this tubeway station. So it should all be, you know, pretty closely linked up and stuff. So could be built quite quickly, I think. Now, what we need to think about is how we feed water to it. So one of the suggestions was to hook into this water source. There is another water source up over here, which I quite like the idea of tapping into it just here. So we could just build an aqueduct across here. So I quite like the idea of grabbing that one probably first. But as it, not completely planned this, not expecting to finish this today, as it, I am on a bit of a clock, but we'll make a start and probably I will need hang on, might need the earth excavator. We'll see. We'll see if I can manage to do it without screwing things up here. Because it's a water tank, in theory we could leave all of the supports inside, but that would be kind of dull, wouldn't it? If we think about the edges of this, initially, because then we can make it as high as possible. So if we went down here, yep, would help if you had the tunnels selected. So go down here and moving around a little bit. Let's get our coordinate: 127, 132, 27, 132. So we want to extend across to there. That's going to kind of be the back of our tank, and then we could come across quite easily to something like 127, 142 to keep it square. Like that. And looking at 137, yep, that'll be okay. Right, that's the pot dealt with. So this is going to be the initial outline of our tank. And I think we can get, let's count, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels in that. Building it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. So if I can remember my coordinates, 127, 132, we'll get that mapped out. And let's have the game running while we do that. So 127, 143. If you're wondering where the coordinate thingy comes from, that's from TIMBERBORN, which is a really handy mod, which adds a suite of things which... I went too far with that, didn't I? Yep. I think I've put some of those in the wrong place. 43 is up there, isn't it? I know, 142. Okay. And yeah, we stop there. Right. 137, 142. Cool. In theory, I can just keep scrolling up a level and it'll be fine. Then all we need to do is play join the dots. And it's a decent size area. So we'll need to fill it from the top, but then we'll want a sluice down here to control its emptying. We'll want to come into it from here, which is actually pretty good for the level of the water source. So that kind of works. That kind of works. So it might be beneficial in terms of ease of building. We're going to have an aqueduct that comes across here anyway to get into this. So I wonder if we kind of it's just the levels are confusing. So if we came out of if we run that out of there, then I'm just thinking for kind of ease of building, if we came straight over the top, rip those out, and back down there. Just because we don't have access to dirt excavator at the moment, that might not be a bad idea. And then we could also start to think about coming across here, rip those out in a straight line, and yeah, right. Do we need any more passage under here? Possibly like that. For now, I'm going to leave all the platforms because we're not short of platforms. So come here, and then we need to get up and across here. We're going to have to do some damage maybe to this. Maybe not. Maybe not. We need to aqueduct it at that level. So above this level. I think it would make sense to cut down all these trees. So let's throw in lumberjack, and we'll pause these. But yeah, I assume you've got the theory now. But basically, we're going to make a big underground water tank in here. And what I might try and do, and I'm not sure how well it works because I've not really played too much with irrigation and that kind of thing, is we might replace a pillar in the middle with dirt and see if that helps transmit irrigation up. Because I would like to have this top bit be a farm. So, but yeah, I am a little bit short of time today. So if I don't make enough progress, I might record this in 2 stints. We'll see. Go away. Put some log storage this side, because then we can make use of the ladders that we have there. Okay. what we'll have to do is we'll have to have the aqueduct filter. It only lets clean water across, obviously. Yeah. Right. You get to work beavers. We have some homeless beavers now, so rip those out. Expand our housing. Keep it focused around this area for now. Why not? Why not, indeed? We are going to need to be able to get between levels here. Do that. For kind of ease of movement. Go. We also then rip those out as well. Prioritize all of that. So we can get that done. How are we looking down here? So I've always got the first layer in. I am assuming, and we know what they say about assumption, but I am assuming that if we can get into this layer, they'll then be able to just throw all the ingredients down. So there might be benefit in us having storage over here for the berries. Dynamite. Extract. And what we'll do is once this one's built, we'll swap it with a ladder so they can get in there. Yeah. Start thinking about some, and that should probably be a ladder, shouldn't it? If that was a ladder, and help raise people up. Deep, isn't it? Deep. You don't need to be deleted, and neither do you. Right, we've got a lot of spare beavers again while we are in the period we are in. So, because we're trying to build quite a lot, how are we doing for hauling posts? I've only got the one. I think another hauling post is that you need to be. You need to be working hard. We need another hauling post. That's just answered my question, I think. Which is our current hauling post? Yeah, it is maxed out. Yeah, let's get another hauling post going. I'll have this one deprioritized for labor, though. Yeah, because that's going to help hydrate our berries as well, which we really don't want to die. Our reservoir is doing pretty good actually, because we've had 3 water pumps pumping out of it solidly for what was a relatively long bad tide, I think. And they've kept our water supply pretty well stocked, so that's good. We quite like that. They're doing the second level as well, because they can reach up, can't they? So we quite like that as well. Now we might have issues with, I might need to do some testing. I'm not sure if there's a limit to the height you can overhang by 3. I don't think there is. So, because what I might do in the long term, if at some point we need lots of planks, because we're using up lots of planks obviously, is recover some of these, because as long as we don't delete all of them, there's probably some optimal pattern we can do where we just leave a minimal amount to support this. But I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we can work it out. We have ways. Not afraid of mathematics. We do not use the version without the S. We should unpause our lumberjack. You need the trees to grow a little bit. We can also bash that down, and really, even if we end up short of logs, we are never short of logs on this map at the moment, caveated. We also need to unpause our scavengers, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this behaves when the bad tide ends. Right, I guess the problem we've got, and actually we can resolve that, is at the moment our single water dump is also trying to put water into this, and that's not really what it's capable of. So if we put a levee in there for now, that'll save that having to work quite so hard, which would be sensible, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. Good thinking, good thinking. You can go away. You be prioritized so that I can continue thinking. And honestly, I think a 1 wide will be fine. We could have a look. We could go into into development controls. Easy dev would be the wrong game. Yeah, it's only a single strength source, so I think that'll be fine. We then need to unlock some overhangs. Now, do we go for the 3 wides and build a bunch of those? Where is our source? Our source is there. Or do we go for and do we build them that way? We're probably going to want the 6s to span it, aren't we? Pause. I want to watch this and see what happens. Where's the one that's set up with the advanced controls? So let's watch and see how it behaves, shall we? The contamination varies, so it's already dropping. We need it to get below 3% before it will open. Now we've got this little corner here, so it might take a little while, but it's dropping pretty quick. I think we'll be on to a winner here. Yep. Happy with that. Job's good. So just have a quick sanity check. These guys are just churning through that, limited by resources, I'm assuming. So we need to unlock the impermeable floors. That needs a levy on it. That's obviously going to need closing in as well. We are going to need to come and take these trees down, I guess. We're going to need a drought for that. Yeah. I think my thought is that so we want to be in line with that. So I think not the fact that we need to remove that. We will then look to you. Yeah, so we'll do a triple there. Yeah, actually that works quite nicely because we'll then use 6s there, 6s there. Yeah, we'll do it that way. I think, and I'm just going to have it be a single wide aqueduct, because it is quite a low power water source. Do need to get this housing built, so let's wash that up in priority. What are limiting? Explosives and extracts, okay. But I think we're just going to need to let them work on that for a bit. Which means that they might actually get on with some of this at the same time. Maybe, because we've got metal. We've got all the other stuff they need to build this. I'm going to remove this because I would like to finish planning this. Yes. And I'm going to need to end things because we have come to the end of the time we have available to spend together today, I am afraid, folks. Might mean, as I said, this has been a shorter video. I know we don't necessarily need that one there, but it makes it look neater. Is we can come under here, we can just shift that across there and plan for the removal of that tree. Get down there now, awesome. So we'll come down. Plan for the extraction of those trees as well. prioritize that so that I can get that planned out. You need to stop. People to be in places to see and something like that. But I'm also enjoying this, so you know. We go. So we can then do that. That. Yeah. And we can do that. That worked out perfectly. Like that. Do that. That. The level is good. Then all we need to do is throw a levee there. Platform and an impermeable floor there. And what we're going to do is delete 2 of those. 2 isn't excessive, but you know, overkill is underrated. We're going to delete that, and we're going to put the sluice there. We're going to do close above contamination 2%. We're going to do close below contamination 2%. I think if I've got that the right way round, then that will do as filtering. And then we'll just have to do something to deal with overflow. And put the ladder there. That there. Put a path through there. Did my path go in? I believe it did, at least there. So if we pause that, I think they should be able to reach everything to build that. So what I think I'll do is to wrap the video up, and because we haven't done one in a while, I'll throw a time lapse in. I'll drop my phone. I'll throw a time lapse in at the end, and I'll see you guys all next time.
Can't believe I'm here again. I gave him my all, I gave him my heart, but to what end? Now I have to tell my friends, you're not who I thought, I'm not who you want once again. One day you're here, say you want